Hey everybody, Von here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 72 of a year of yoga. We are continuing to build on the same sequence that we've been working on for the past couple of days. And so we are going to come here to the foot of our mat, stretching our toes, kind of grounding everything through the bottoms of our feet. And as we inhale and exhale, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me here today, not for my sake, but for your sake. I really hope you get at least a fraction out of this as what I do. Like, I've been feeling really amazing after practicing every day for 72 days now. And it's super cool. So thank you for joining me. Let's inhale, bring our arms up overhead and hold here a moment. Just grounding through our feet while simultaneously growing and extending through our arms. We're not bunching the shoulders up by our ears. A nice full circuit of breath before we inhale and exhale. Lower down with a nice little bit of a bend in our knees before we come back up. And let's just move with our breath. And from here, I'm going to widen my stance just a little bit. And as we come up, inhaling, we're going to rise onto our toes. It doesn't have to be as far as you can go. Exhaling down. We're just trying to build a flow. And whenever we come down, let's keep our heels grounded through, and we're just getting a nice, almost chair pose through our knees. And boing, back up. On this inhale, let's hold a full breath cycle before we inhale and back down. So now from here, let's do just a little bit of a belly dancey move. We're going to do some hip circles. And this is going to be a very internal, using our abs type of hip circle. So you can have your hands and your arms wherever you want them, but we are going to start by just bending our knees. And you can breathe however, just make sure that you keep breathing. And we're just lifting one hip and then the other by straightening our knees. So hopefully you can see in this like oogie boogie jumper that I'm wearing today. It's super comfy. It's a comfy day today. So we're just going to lifting our hips towards our ribs. So we're not extending out just yet. We'll get to that in a minute. We're just lifting those hips, and then we can lift the left, tuck our pelvis, and really pull with our lower abs forward. Lift the right hip, and then bring it around behind. I'm going to get this from a couple of different angles from you guys, and we're going to start just ticking like a clock. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, before we start smoothing it out. And the way that we're going to be doing this, I'm very bent in my knees. I'm lifting, scooping through to the front, around the side, and then through the back. And it's almost like there's a ball rolling in a cup. We just want a really nice, smooth. And it's like once we're at the front, we're really pulling those lower abs in. And let's change directions. And it might help you to break it down into just back, side, front, side, back, side, front, side, before you start to really smooth that out. One direction is always a little bit easier for me than the other, and sometimes both of them are hard, and that's okay. Just a few more here. There we go. Whew. And I almost feel that more in my quads than I do in my abs, but that's just me. So now from here, we're going to build on that concept. Put our arms up overhead, almost like we're holding on to something above us. And we're going to extend. Now this is a much more external hip circle. So we're extending, then to the front, then to the side, and then to the back. Left, front, right, back. And then we can smooth it out. And on this one, I do like to take the whole front to count or to inhale and then through the back to exhale. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, exhale. Let's change directions. Inhaling for 4, exhaling. It helps to have music going, but I'm still trying to learn how to mix my own music, so we'll get there. That way I don't have to fool about with copyright crap. I just want to have fun, dang it. And, last one. This gives us much more of a stretch through our outer hip. Now from here, let's actually, to give myself just a little bit of a break from the reverse prayer position we have been doing, let's add in some snake arms. And so the concept with this is we're lifting and lowering with our palms down as though we're running our fingertips along a wall. And we're doing that alternately. So at the very core movement of snake arms, one wrist up, one wrist down. And we can lead it with our fingertips or with our wrists. We can keep our center self very still, like the trunk of our body. We can lead it with our elbows. Or we can lead it with our shoulders. And we can bring it very behind us, maybe by leaning forward. We can bring it very in front of us. I'm going to demonstrate that from the side as well. So here's the snake arms, not all the way to the front, but just my shoulders are shifted to the front. And then I can shift my shoulders behind as well. And while this isn't doing the same thing as what reverse prayer pose would do, it is building the connective tissue between like our deltoids, our biceps, like everything through our arms, getting even our triceps. All 3 connection points of our triceps to our upper arm are engaging here as we just slowly, sensuously move through time and space. Woo. Okay, and now from here, we're going to do some reverse prayer hands. Inhaling your arms up and out to the sides. Fold so that your thumbs down, or turn rather, so that your thumbs are down and your palms are facing behind you. And bring those hands to maybe just the top of your booty. Maybe to where your longest fingers are touching. And from here, let's bring our elbows back, kind of roll our shoulders up and back. We might overlap our hands. And if we do that, let's inhale up and exhale. Bring it around so that the other hand is on top. Inhale up, exhale down, and fold your arms behind you so that opposite hands, and we're just going to alternate like that with our breath. Inhale up with our palms facing together. Exhale down, bringing those palms to the face behind us and stacking them over our sacrum. And if you lose your way, just start again. I mean, we're not balancing our budget here. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can do too many on one side because you forgot which hand you were on. And coming back through. Now this time, I'm actually going to touch my middle fingers together, then my ring fingers, then my pinkies, then my index, then maybe bring my thumbs together. And as we're in this position, we will inhale, lifting that chest towards the sky, bringing our elbows back as we exhale. And let's get in a few really good breaths here, squeezing as much juice out of that orange as we can. And slowly, with patience and gentleness, release your hands. Oh, very, very stiff. That's okay though. And bring your arms up overhead. And let's do some hand flourishes just on the way back down. Just making nice big circles with all of our fingers. And then let's change the direction and maybe do some figure eights coming back up. This is just stretching out everything in our hands, wrists, and forearms. And I think it's so much fun to kind of just move around and flow. Sometimes I forget to have fun, so I practice having fun until I have fun with it. So if that makes sense. So from here, we are going to practice half eagle arms. So we'll inhale, nice and open, plugging our thumbs into the wall behind us, really getting open across that chest, and exhaling, bringing my arms in front of me. And today, it's kind of tight, so I'm just going to be down here. So this isn't even yet, like we aren't even half eagle arms yet, but I just want to be gentle with what I've got going on. Just kind of rocking in and out of the depth of this stretch before I palms up, thumbs plugging in behind. Inhale and flip it over and exhale, alternate arm on top. So again, I'm just wrapping my right arm around right above my left elbow. And we'll do talk to the hand and kiss the ring. Talk to the hand, kiss the ring. Talk to the hand, kiss the ring. Inhale. And exhale, right arm on top this time, wrapping our left hand around our right, just upper arm. Talk to the hand, kiss the ring. Really breathing into the depth of that stretch. And bringing that open. Now from here, we're going to get into a little bit of our flow, and we're adding another new posture today. So hang with me, you guys. I know that if you've been doing the past couple of days with me, we're basically doing the same flow with very minute explorations of variations within the postures, but it's by revisiting the same posture, by walking that same path, we're going to tread the grass down, and it's going to become a much clearer path, and we'll start to recognize the differences that are occurring in our bodies, because those differences happen one little millimeter at a time, one blade of grass at a time, but we will get there. And already I'm starting to notice, if not just noticing soreness, also noticing slight improvement in my range of mobility, slight improvement in my strength. But it's the discipline of coming back and walking that same path when it doesn't necessarily feel new and shiny that is going to get us where we're going. Because the point from here to the top of whatever mountain that we're climbing, regardless of what we're climbing towards, we're still going to have to climb that mountain, and it's going to be one foot in front of the other the entire way, but we can get there, and we're doing it together, you guys. So give yourself like a high five for me, because it's amazing just that we're doing this. And it doesn't matter to me if anybody else thinks that what I'm doing is amazing, because I think what I'm doing is amazing for me, and that's what I needed through this whole thing, was to do something purely for my own internal validation and my own internal joy. But of course, I'm a little bit of a YouTube host, so I'm here trying to share it with you guys, being like, guys, this is fun. Maybe you'll have fun too. Did I just call myself a YouTube? Anyways, okay, we're gonna inhale up. I'm so not professional, but that's fine. You clicked on my face, and I appreciate it. Inhale, exhale, letting go of that tension I like to hold on to into my neck. Inhale, lifting our chest towards the sky. We are going to exhale, bending in the upper back, not the lower back, just the upper back. Doing a full breath cycle here before we inhale back up, and exhale, swan dive down. And you could bring yourself to some blocks here, depending on how you're feeling, or a chair, or the ground. And we will rock forward and back, lifting our toes, trying to lift them evenly, so I'm not rolling towards the outside of my foot, which is my tendency. You might be different. And lifting our heels off the ground. We may shift our weight from side to side before inhaling, coming up to a half back. Exhaling down. Bending our knees. Rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Oh yeah. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bending in our upper back. Doing a full breath cycle here. Let's do 2. Before we inhale up and swan dive down. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, coming back down a little deeper. And we might lift our feet and just put our hands underneath our toes. Let's bend our knees. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders up and back as we inhale. Arms up overhead. Exhale, bending in our upper back. Let's do 3 full breath cycles here. Inhale, back up, and be very slow and gentle with yourself. Honor your body above all things here, because if you're getting dizzy and wobbly, don't rush into the forward bend. You could hold on to your ankles for a moment. You could actually go a little deeper. If you're like me and you've got a bit of a belly conflicting with your thighs, just go into a wider stance. This allows me an easier breath. It allows me to get deeper into my hamstrings and even a bit into my kind of groin area, that upper inner thigh. And from here, we will walk our hands out into a downward facing dog. You could come up onto your toes, shaking the tension out of your neck and shoulders. Really getting into the back of the legs as we lower those heels to the mat. Your heels don't have to come to the mat, but if you can focus on that, it can help give your posture direction and focus. Now from here, I'm going to step my left foot in just a little bit, and I'm going to move my right hand out of the way, and I'm bringing that right leg forward. And we are just in a low runner's lunge here. I am looking forward if I can. Like if you're like me and you have a tight shoulder, neck, chest, upper back, all of that, you can just look at the ground and start working your way towards looking in front of you. Engaging our glutes to get deep into that hip flexor. Ooh, my foot's starting to slide out from under me, so I'm going to move forward just a bit. There we go. One more breath here. And stepping that foot back into a downward facing dog. Really tilting, getting a nice posterior tilt in our tailbone to open it towards the sky. Inhale, bringing my left hand in to make space. Exhale, bringing that leg forward. Left leg forward this time. Just shifting around to get aligned. Hands below my shoulders, maybe even forward just a little bit if it's tight on your wrists. Engaging those glutes to push into my right hip flexor. And breathing. Looking forward. And from here, bring that foot back, coming into downward dog. And then let's walk our hands back up so that we're in a forward fold. Bend those knees nice and generous. Oh, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale down. Heart in front of your chest, or hands in front of your heart. I don't know about y'all, but my heart is pounding. And I'm going to take this moment to just ride the waves of my heart pounding through my whole body, standing just in mountain pose. I've relaxed my hands by my side. I can feel my heart pounding in my fingertips. Wiggle your toes to bring your awareness there. And as we inhale, just let that energy of just that thrumming, being alive, just fill you. It's some pretty good stuff. I like it. So thank you guys so much for joining me again here today. And I'm like, whew, I want some cold water and to kind of just lay down for a minute. That's good. It's really nice to come to my mat and challenge myself, and I'm honored that y'all joined me here. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. So until then, you guys, keep on keeping on. Mwah. Bye.